a decade, Makhosi Dladla has been the backbone of her community in Qhudeni, that's in KZN. A former firefighter who specialises in veld and forest firefighting, moved up the ranks to become a community fire awareness officer. And this is where she identifies and travels to fire-prone communities with the aim of educating and empowering them on the risks. Dladla joins us this morning via our video link as we continue with our Women's Day coverage on the AM report. Makhosi, good morning. It's great to see you this morning. I want to ask you this, is it still a legitimate question to ask about women firefighters in what was generally a male-dominated field?
Good morning, and good morning to your viewers at home. I feel blessed and honoured to be part of the show today. Being a firefighter in a male-dominated industry, it's one of the greatest achievements for women, especially if they will come in and work and succeed. And I think that is what we need to celebrate and be happy about it, as today we are given that opportunity to come and showcase to the whole world that women, they can also join such field and work and be able to be successful, and also to be able to lead, and show the whole world that even though we are women, there's that special resource that God has given us. It's so amazing to see women succeed here, and to be one of them. It's one of the things that maybe I cannot even explain. So I'm so excited to be here today and just to share, and maybe to be that example to other women, that women can be firefighters and go out, fight fire, and come back victoriously.
Yeah. Well, it's great to have you here with us, Makhosi, to tell us about your own journey. So take us back to 2006. That was when you became a firefighter. What was the journey that led up to your decision to go into this field?
To tell you the truth, I didn't know anything about firefighting. I just heard that there was a job opportunity in my area at Qhudeni, because that is where I grew up, at Qhudeni, in Kandla. And I went there, and only to find out that I had to run, because if you want to be a firefighter, you must be physically fit, so that you can be able to face the fire challenges, so that you can be able to run when the time comes. But you need to be fit physically and emotionally. So when I got that opportunity, I loved the job. During those times, we didn't have, it was not in my area, or I didn't know about firefighting. It was not even something you can dream about. From back then, you will dream of becoming a police, of becoming a teacher, and it's because those were some of the jobs that were dominant in my community. But when it comes to firefighting, it was something new. I just took it as a challenge, but a challenge that I was going to be able to do it. I found myself in that field. It was so exciting, and to be there, learning new things, learning new field, and it just took me back, because where I stay, there were fires. So to be one of the person who be trained to become a firefighter, it was something new to me, but so exciting as well.
Yeah.
So I took that journey. I worked there as a firefighter, and then I was also given an opportunity to be a supervisor, because I was very active and dedicated to my work. So I was also given an opportunity, and you can imagine being given that opportunity to be a leader in that dominant industry.
Yeah. So it's an exciting field, but also a dangerous one.
Yes, it is. With the training that we received from working on fire, it was easy that I was going to be able to work and also to be a leader, because you can imagine being a leader in that kind of a field where people's lives will be in your hands should you make a mistake. Because if you are a leader, you need to take some decisions when we are there fighting fires. But with the trainings and support, it wasn't easy, but I just saw myself as a good example to other women, because being a woman firefighter is not a job that can be done by anyone, but only the strongest one who can do. So I was so excited, and to be out there in my community, of which it was the first time to to have firefighters in that area, and they depended on us when there's fires. So it was so exciting. So Wake on Fire gave us that opportunity. That for me, I grabbed that opportunity with both hands because I knew my background that I needed a job for quite some time. So having that opportunity, and I was able to fit in, and I saw an opportunity because if I remember back, I was one of the 5 ladies who were trained as leaders in the whole of KZN. So for me, it just shaped my mind that I need to focus. There are women who look at me as an example. So I knew I had to make it work.
Yeah, yeah. And then you moved from firefighting into a specialist field, a veld and forest firefighter, in terms of community awareness. In fact, the right term here, a community fire awareness officer. We know certain communities around the country do suffer from, fires flaring up. Communities at particular times of the year, particularly in winter, they'll get education about how to prevent unwanted fires from going out of control. Tell us about the journey from firefighting, then into this very important life-saving field as well as a community fire awareness officer.
Being a firefighter, I was exposed to firefighting, so I think that also was part of the journey to prepare me to be able to go out to communities, because I had to fight fires first. After that, I was also given an opportunity to train firefighters to become veld and forest firefighters. So I was also given that opportunity. And then I came back to KZN to work with communities. And for me, it was something that I liked before I could even come in. Why? Because I knew that communities, the resources are not there, they don't have information. So I knew that the information that I will share to communities, it will save their lives. It will carry them so that they will be able to take good decisions whenever fires comes. Because with fires, some of the fires comes unplanned, and sometimes those fires come when people are sleeping, so they need to know what to do in case of a fire. So having Makhosi who will come and visit them to where they are and educate them about fire safety, for me, it was one of the greatest opportunity for me, because I knew that once I meet them, I must make sure I make my mark. I must make sure I spend more time with them, because if you can look at the high rate of fires now, you will see that some of the fires come unplanned and people, they don't know what to do, and resources are very far. When you look at the firefighting resources to go out and assist to communities, we're still not there to meet the communities. So equipping them with information on how they can save themselves, it's one of the greatest things. That is why even today, if I hear any story of people who maybe lost their lives on fire, it's become so emotional to me. Even my day becomes bad, because I know that I have information that can save their lives, that can save their properties, that can save their businesses. It's not only that. Some of the people, they use environment to live, to feed their families. Because I also work with women who are harvesting in them to make grass mats, So I know if people burn fires, it means the whole of South Africa will suffer. There are people who will be stranded. There are people who will lose their jobs because they are working in plantations, and when plantations are being burnt, it means there won't be a profit. Maybe there will be retrenchments. So I know that if we educate communities, they will understand that fire is everybody's fight, and there's something you can do to prevent fires.
Yeah, from one life-saving job to another. Makhosi Dladla, let me thank you for your time this morning. Incredible story of your journey as a firefighter, and of course now as a community fire awareness officer. Thanks very much indeed for joining us this Women's Day.